2020 has been a wild year to say the least, and it has a lot of people talking about another foreclosure crisis. So in today's video, I want to hone in on one area that has people most concerned in regards to COVID-19's effect on the potential for there to be another foreclosure crisis, and that area is forbearance. Stay tuned. So what is forbearance? Forbearance is when a mortgage lender allows you to pay a lower payment or they pause payments entirely. So this doesn't eliminate what is owed and you're still accountable for any missed or reduced payments. With COVID-19, we saw 5,289,000 families granted with forbearance. And between May of this year and October of this year, we had a 62% decrease in enrollment down to 2,990,000. Many people are saying, look, we've got 5.3 million people that are going to be foreclosed on. It's simply not the case. I want to break down some data that Black Knight released not too long ago. Have a look at this graph. So this breaks out of those 5.3 million families granted forbearance, what has happened on the expiration of their forbearance plan. So we can see that 2.8 million of these people in that very far left column have extended. So the deal with the COVID forbearance plans are that the homeowners can enroll for 180 days and they can choose to extend for another 180 days with a total of 360 days on forbearance, or in a forbearance plan, I should say. Shifting over to the second column, labeled removed while performing, these are people that hopped on the forbearance plan basically as an insurance policy for them. They've continued to make their mortgage payments without issue, but they've been on the forbearance plan as a security for themselves, because I think we can all agree that we still have no idea what tomorrow brings for any of us. And that third column couldn't be any more self-explanatory. These are 363,000 homeowners who were on the forbearance plan but paid off their mortgage. And something I find hugely important when analyzing the information on these graphs is the people from column 2 and 3. People that are on the forbearance plan that continue to pay on their mortgage regularly without any sort of issue, and the people from column 3 that have paid off their mortgages. This is 41% of the total 5.3 million people on the plan, and that don't even factor into any of the scare of foreclosure. And the folks in column 4, these are the 267,000 homeowners that are working with their lenders to find solutions. After the previous housing crash, banks do not want these homes on their hands and are working out ways to keep people in these houses. And shifting over to the 54,000 folks that are expired and delinquent, these are the people that are at risk for foreclosure. So they might be selling under distress, or they might have to foreclose. Jumping back to the third column of homeowners that have paid off their mortgage while in active forbearance, I do think it's important to consider that these individuals could have sold their property while in active forbearance. That's why that number is what it is, which leads me to my next point of analysis. Another important aspect when analyzing these numbers is to look at the outstanding active forbearance and consider the equity of the home. Why is equity important in the home? Because if you have equity in your house, then push come to shove, if you have to sell because you are potentially going to be going into foreclosure due to not being able to make payments or become part of that fifth column of people in the last slide, this allows you to potentially not have to bring money to the table. So have a look at this. This is another one from Black Knight, and it shows the distribution of loans in active forbearance by current combined LTV. This is huge. Why is this huge? Because 91% of individuals in active forbearance have at least 11% equity. So the last thing for me today is about Zelman & Associates, which is a research and investment firm dedicated exclusively to the housing market. And their CEO, Ivy Zelman, was recently quoted on a podcast saying this: "The likelihood of us having a foreclosure crisis again is about 0%. I hope this video gave some insight as to how we're doing here in the US in terms of the COVID-19 forbearance, as well as the potential for a foreclosure crisis. And I hope that this video helps you in your own decision making in the future. If you're new to the channel, please check out some of the other cool stuff I'm doing. Make sure to like the video, please subscribe, and I would love it if you shared this on your own socials. So thanks so much for watching. I don't know why I've made this so difficult. I've shot this like 110 times. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Thumbs up, like, the bell, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.